When it comes to stopping drinking alcohol, there's a benefit that most people totally miss, and it explains why so many celebrities go on to achieve groundbreaking success once they sober up. It explains why one of my clients ended up building a company from zero to $600 million once he quit drinking. It explains why people can get married and have families, and it's something that you will have never heard before. And by sharing this benefit that I've experienced, and I've helped hundreds of clients to experience, I've experienced this benefit. The 500 clients who I've worked with in the Sober Clear program have experienced this benefit, but I might get laughed at. This is why people don't talk about it. And I don't mind if you think I'm an idiot after listening to this video, because I know that for some of you, it's going to be like, I cannot wait for this. It's not going to be the most scientific video, but I'm going to persuade you. I'm going to persuade you that so many good things are going to happen once you get rid of alcohol, that not drinking alcohol is going to feel easy, effortless, enjoyable, because you know for sure that it is going to change your life. If we've not met yet, my name is Leon Sylvester. I'm the founder of SoberClear.com. I've not drank now for just under 8 years after a decade of struggling. I tried everything, AA meetings, therapy, begging God to help me, and for the past almost 8 years, I've had no desire to drink. And not only that, but so many amazing things have happened in my life, all because of the benefit we're about to break down. Now, if you want to apply to work together, and you want to work through the Sober Clear system, where we help you reframe how you view alcohol, we get a 96% client-rated success rate. It's been scientifically verified by an academic psychologist. If you want to apply to work with me directly, click the link down below, fill in an application, and schedule a call, and we can figure out if working through the Sober Clear system could be the right thing for you. There's been a lot of build-up, so let's get into this benefit. And it's all about the mirror principle. What you put out into the world will get reflected back to you. And that's not rocket science. And boy, oh boy, is this going to change your life. So when I was a teenager in my early 20s, I read a lot of self-help books. I was always trying to find a way to fix me when really I just had to stop drinking and then everything would start to figure itself out. But I kept coming across this idea of the mirror principle, and I read it in different books, and it was Brian Tracy that really drilled it into me. And he would say that your inner world reflects your outer world. So if you've got a messy brain and you're not thinking clearly, it's very likely that your car's messy. It's very likely that your desk is messy. It's very likely that your house is messy. And he would always say you've got to change the inner world first, and then things will start reflecting. And this really just made things click for me, because when I drank alcohol, what was my inner world like? Well, I was pretty lethargic. I had very low energy. I remember dragging myself through the day, not really just having that get up and go attitude. I'd also have a lack of enthusiasm. A friend might say, do I want to go hike this place or go to this city? And I'd just be thinking, I don't know. Can't be bothered. You know, that's one of the things that drives me mad about English people, even though I'm English compared to Americans. But everybody would have this phrase of, I can't be bothered. And that was me. I had no enthusiasm. It might be my English nature, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure alcohol there was the link. Another thing in my inner world is that I was seeking immediate gratification. I wanted it now. I didn't want to wait for things. And a big part of my life was about extracting value. And what I mean by this is, let's say I met somebody, somebody I needed help from. Rather than think, well, how can I help this person myself and build a relationship with them? No. I'd just think, I was entitled, I think that you should help me. And I was really very self-centered. So what do you think was reflected back at me? The people I met were low energy. The people I met had low enthusiasm. People didn't really want to help me. So then when I finally met somebody that I thought I could get help from, I wanted to just extract. And I thought other people were selfish. And when I was drinking alcohol, this is where the video is going to get a little bit woo-woo, but I think it's going to make sense. But it was like I was putting out this vibration, this vibe, and it was a very low level of vibration and existence. And then what got reflected back to me were just other things on that level. And it doesn't make sense, and there's no science to support what I'm saying, but why would bad opportunities come to me? Problems come at me. I wouldn't have very close friends. I wouldn't have very close relationships. Well, it's because that was my state. My state was always putting out this low vibration, so then other items, other people, other things would just come back to me. And then I stopped drinking alcohol. And when I stopped drinking alcohol, sure, okay, it took a bit of time. The first few days, it was a drag. I had to get through it. But something shifted. And for me, it was quick because I stopped drinking in my 20s. I know for some of the people I work with that are 50, 60 years of age, this can take time. But something shifted where I felt like the old me was back. The version of me that was happy, that was healthy, that had good energy, it returned. So as my inner world started changing, right? As I started feeling better and, rather than thinking about extracting value, I was thinking, how can I add value? And rather than thinking about that instant gratification, I started thinking a bit more long term. When I met new people, I wasn't reserved and just down in the dumps. I was enthusiastic. And as I put this high vibrational state out into the world, new opportunities just started almost falling into my lap. In fact, some of the people who I met when I was drinking alcohol, they started giving me opportunities. I'd meet new friends and they were enthusiastic. And it was like the entire world just totally changed for me. But what had changed first was my inner world. See, when you stop drinking alcohol, you can't just stop drinking alcohol and sit around and watch TV all day because nothing will change. All the same situations will happen, all the same people will be there, all the same opportunities will be there. But if you can stop drinking and then start working on your health, on your fitness, putting better food into your body, starting to think a little bit more optimistic and positive, starting to think about adding value to other people and showing up and just being nice, I promise you, that principle, this mirror principle of your inner world reflecting your outer world, everything in your outer world will change. Why do you think so many people catch a break when they stop drinking? Well, firstly, they change, right? They stop drinking and then go towards that future, that good quality future. They start to change who they are. And as they change and as they shift, things just come out of nowhere. It's bizarre. And this is the big benefit of stopping drinking alcohol. You raise your vibration. As you raise your vibration, opportunities just start falling into your lap. I have a client that started working with me. He had $0. He just quit his job. He said, I've got this idea and I think it's going to take off and I need to stop drinking. I need to be fully focused. And hand on my heart, this person's company is worth $600 million. It might even be more now. Is that a coincidence? Some may say yes. I don't think so. I think he was putting out the right energy and it just came back to him. And trust me, when you stop drinking alcohol, you have got so much to look forward to. But the important thing is you don't go back. You stick on this path, you keep it going, and if you click this video on the screen now, I'm going to show you some of the things you need to avoid doing when you stop drinking.